Once upon a time in Nazi-occupied France. That's the intro to Inglorious Bastards. And damn did it work well. Because it tells you it's a fairy tale set in World War II. Yes! This is like a bigger revenge flick than Kill Bill. Instead of just the bride wanting to kill Bill, this time basically lots of Jews want to kill Hitler and the Nazis, which I'm all for, by the way. This is a great revenge movie, and it's the argument that Tarantino the director likes Tarantino the writer a little too much is valid. I would have shaved about a minute or two off of the movie, but if I could write like Quentin Tarantino and write dialogue like him, I would be the director version of me would be completely in love with the writer because I could produce such great stuff. 99% of this movie is great. There's like 2 minutes that I would have cut out sporadically. If you add it all together, it would have been like 2 minutes, but whatever. The movie is great. I mean, we have a great, insane cast of characters, all well portrayed and well cast. Standout being Christopher Waltz, who's I'd never heard of before this, but he was great as Hans Landa, our villain that really is the glue that holds this movie together. He's the Jew hunter, and he seems to either like his nickname or dislike it depending on the company, which tells you a bit about his character. And Brad Pitt was great. I really liked Eli Roth in this. I wasn't expecting much from Eli Roth because but he was good. I liked him a lot. And yeah. So the movie's told out through chapters. Chapter 1 opening in a little dairy farm in France, where we meet Hans Landa and a dairy farmer and he's hunting the Jews that are hiding out in there, and they go from French to German to English in this film so many different times, and yeah, there's subtitles. Screw it. Subtitles are fun. I like reading them. It's part of the greatness of foreign films. Subtitles are great. Except there was one scene in the movie towards the end where he's circling the camera around Diane Kruger's character, who's got some really long German name that I'm not going to try and pronounce, and he just kind of making go woo around them, and I was trying to pay attention up here and read at the same time, and that wasn't working for me. But that's what Rewind is for. And this movie is great. The dialogue was great. Some of it was a little, but starts off with this great little monologue about the similarities, according to Landa, between a Jew and a rat, and he's telling this and breaking the guy down, and he looks sinister drinking milk. I'm just throwing that out there. This is totally random and bad, but he looks sinister drinking milk. Is he the best Nazi since Ray Fiennes? I don't know. I would say no, really. But he's still pretty damn evil. And great in this movie. Now, yes, the well-publicized bastards aren't in the forefront of this movie. Really, it's more about a second character that we meet in the first chapter and the preceding other chapters, revenge against the Nazis. Because this movie is all about revenge, and could have easily been called Quentin Tarantino's The Revenge of the Jews. I mean, we have Revenge of the Nerds, why not call it Revenge of the Jews? Because, man, they come up with their own final solution, and the irony of it was great, and the finale was great. And now this is just a little setup on how most of the chapters work. Character introduction, lots of dialogue that's funny and witty and great Tarantino dialogue. He writes the best dialogue I've ever seen. Well, read/heard. And it's great. And then it explodes into glorious Tarantino violence. And this is how basically the way he describes the particularly this scene in chapter like 4, where it takes place mainly in this bar, and that's really a basement. He described it like you take a rubber band and you're just stretching it and you're stretching and stretching it, keeps stretching, and then it breaks, and that's when the violence incurs, and the tension in the rubber band is the tension in the film, and there's some pretty tense moments in here, and I jumped even, and I don't normally jump during movies, and there's something that happens like, oh, this is gonna happen, I know it's gonna happen, and then he just like slowly, and you're on the edge of your seat because you know in your mind, oh, that happened, so that means this will happen. I'm not going to tell you what happened though because I don't want to spoil the movie. It's not really a big spoiler, but and then it happens, you're like, whoa, and that's great. I loved that. A movie that makes me jump is good. All the characters are great. They're all insane, really. I mean, we have Brad Pitt as a Apache, Tennessee, Kentuckian mountain man who's like, I want my Nazi scalps, and he's great in every scene he is. Him trying to speak Italian is funny as hell. His opening monologue about what they will do to the gem and how the gem will fear us, and this is a terrible impersonation, but damn it, I'm going to keep going. It is great and glorious even. I like that word right now. Glorious. Now, yeah, there's a little bit of overlay in it. The scene in the bar does go. There's not a tad too long as much as there's just some unnecessary bits in there. But 99% of this movie is completely necessary and works, so I'm going to totally not care about it. Now, this is a revenge epic. It's basically, think the bride from Kill Bill is a bunch of Jews, and Bill is Hitler in the Third Reich, and they're just going to go to town and make their own final solution. Kill them all. And damn it, who doesn't like a movie where they kill the entire Third Reich, unless you're a neo-Nazi? Which, shame on you if you are. I'm pointing at you. Shame. Now, this is definitely better than Death Proof. It's definitely in his top 3 for me. Personally, I like Kill Bill Volume 2 the most of his films, followed by Pulp Fiction, followed by Reservoir Dogs, and then this. I just said top 3. I meant top 5. I was like, huh. 3 equals 4, what? Nah, it's great. And the final line is Brad Pitt like looking at B.J. Novak, you're just kind of like, what's B.J. Novak from The Office? And he just scalped a guy. Ooh. And he's like, well, I just think I made my masterpiece. Is it? Debatable. Is it a masterpiece? Damn near it. Now, yeah, the argument that Quentin Tarantino, the director, likes Tarantino, the writer, too much is somewhat valid in this. But, shit, if I could write like Tarantino, I would love myself too. Because the dialogue is great. That's what I love about Tarantino movies, is the dialogue. I mean, True Romance, the Sicilians are birthed from black people scene. Superman monologue, Ezekiel 25 something by Jackson, just great dialogue in this movie. That's what I loved most about this movie, is the dialogue, because that's what I love most about Tarantino, is the dialogue and the violence. The violence is good. So yeah, in the end I give this movie, let me find it. Nope, that's wrong. I give it a 9.5. Am I overrating it a little bit? Probably. But screw it. Screw this. This is my opinion. So, fuck all you who don't like it. And you know what? Subscribe and comment. Tell me. Try and change my view. Okay, this is a great movie. Great way to finish the summer. I'm there. I'm just going to stop it there. Subscribe and comment.